Hello, and welcome to Joanne's Healing Within. I am Joanne Angel Barry Cologne, your certified personal trainer, intuitive healer, cosmic energy reader, mother, wife, and I'm here to help you live your best life. Today, I'd like to take a moment to remind you to share, like, and comment for today's show. And I'm also going to take a few minutes to just give a shout out to all the sponsors. We have a handful of them today. So we're going to start off with our usual, the Good Chi Feng Shui LLC, a great time of year to feng shui your office space and your home, especially this time of year as we're actually transitioning from summer into fall. Great time to get rid of the things that is the clutter, the dust for that matter, getting everything out so you can have a fresh start as we move into the fall area, so you can really align your energy to the newness and opportunities that are coming your way. After all, if we keep the old stuff in, we don't have space for the new things to come in for us, so we have to let it go. Then we're going to move into our Sherry Simpson, our transformation life coach. She's going to help you transform from within. She's going to help you literally let go of the things that does not serve your mind, the clutter that sits in your head, which we walk around with every single day. So we want to clear that all out so we can be aligned with what is ready for us to accept and take on. Then we also have Nick Rafter. He's our real estate agent, and he's going to help you find that perfect home or even apartment once you've realigned your energy from within. And then we also have the City of Light Sanctuary. At this very moment, they are asking and requesting for donations, and you can reach out to me to send those donations. You can just contact me at 646-236-9155, and I'll give you all the information to where those donations can be sent to, as they are in the search of putting together a new building so they can have more and more people come to their space and teach healing modalities and more yoga opportunities as well. So that's our sponsors for today. So what I like to do now is I like to set the energy for today with our chakra balance numerology cosmic energy forecast deck. And yes, that is a mouthful, but it's a mouthful because there's so much energy that these cards give. They provide in reference to helping to set a vibration in regards to an affirmation. They also help you to reset your energy, gives you clarity, and aligns you with a specific chakra that may need your attention for today. And one of my favorite things about these cards is it also gives you a numerology, a number that allows you to receive a message, because we are surrounded by numbers throughout our entire day. Everything is a vibration of numbers. And 9 times out of 10, when a number is following you, that number is trying to send you a message. And sometimes you're just not sure what that message is. So getting a better understanding to what each number means in vibration is helpful. So I'm just going to shuffle up, and as I do, take a moment just to close your eyes and just take a nice deep breath in. Exhale that breath, and as you exhale that breath, just focus in on one thought, one thing you would like to receive clarity on, and let's see what shows up for you in our reading for today. Okay, let's shuffle one more time. I'm hearing the word one more time, shuffle, and here we go, the card that just fell into my hand. Just showing you the back, and today's card is upright. It's probably the one time that the card's showing upright, and I love the message we have here, which is all about balance. And it's a perfect card for today because we all really do need to balance our mind, body, and spirit. And we have to get out of our head and let go of those emotions that really aren't serving us. Now, when I use the word that's not serving us, every emotion serves us in one way or another for a little while. So, for example, if you're holding on to anger, that anger serves you because there's something that's going on that's creating that anger. So it's not about letting the anger go and I'm going to use the word investigating or evaluating why that anger is showing up. So I'm not asking you to push the anger away and ignore why it showed up. I'm asking that you sit quietly and evaluate what's causing the anger to show up. And once you get that understanding of what's causing it to show up, then you have to breathe through it. And once you can breathe through that anger and get to that place of forgiveness, then you have that balance, because now the anger gets lessened and the forgiveness gets a little more higher. So you have a balance there, so you're not just constantly holding on to anger. And I'm not sure to why I chose anger as the emotion, but that's what I heard to say today. So when we think about balance, what's the first thing that comes into your mind in reference to balancing yourself? Is it balancing your physical energy, where rather than sitting as much as you are, maybe getting out and taking a walk so you can balance it? Is it balancing how much rest time you're doing? Is it balancing what you're eating? Is it balancing what you're thinking? Is it balancing what you're doing on an everyday world? Is it balancing work and play? Because let's face it, many of us do a lot of hours at work and not enough playtime. So today is definitely a day for play, because we have a special guest today that I'm sure each of you are going to sort of tap into your inner child today, because I know I am. We'll talk about that in a moment. Anyway, moving into the heart center, which is the pink energy. Now, when we think about the heart center has two colors, green and pink. The green is all about healing. The pink is about self-love. So when we think about our affirmation, how much love do you give yourself? Because that's a way to balance it out too. We're always looking for people to love us, but how often are we loving ourselves? And that's really important, because you may want that external love, but if you're not loving yourself, the external love doesn't show up as quickly as you may want it. You have to get that self-love going first, so this way you can then become a magnet of the love you're looking for. So let's think self-love today. What can you do to fill yourself up with love? Now, as for our numbers, we have 7 and 6. 7 is about reflecting. And when we think about, again, balancing and self-love, reflect on that, analyze it, make some changes in reference to what you need to balance your life with and how you can bring more self-love into your life. So find that balance and analyze it and reflect on it. 7 is all about how you were healing. And when we think about balancing, that's a great way to know that we are healing, because when we can find balance in our life, whether it's the work to play or just eating better or moving a little more, sitting a little less, but also being mindful of making sure you're resting enough, you're actually healing your body from within, and that's important. I'm also hearing balancing the amount of water you drink in your day. Just heard that message right now, so there's someone out there that needs to hear that. How much water are you drinking? Or are you drinking a lot of soda or coffee or punch, whatever it might be? Balance it out. A little bit goes a long way. And a conversation I was having a little while ago is everything in moderation, and that comes with food. So there's no such thing as a bad food, so to speak, as long as you're balancing it with some good food. So that's that 6 energy. Let's add that together. We get a 13. So we actually get a 4. And that 4 again is about stabilizing and balancing. So stabilizing your thoughts so you can balance your mind, body, and spirit. So that's our message for today, and I do hope that that resonated with each and every one of you, as it's a very powerful message. Now, I'd like to also remind you that if you are interested in receiving a one-on-one chakra balance, numerology, cosmic energy forecast reading, all you have to do is call me, 646-236-9155, and I'll make it easier for you. Send me a text. Put your name and let me know that you're interested in a reading, and I will text you back and let you know my rates, and we'll set up a time for you. So these are our reading for today. I do hope it resonated with you, and we're going to be taking a short break, and when we come back, I have a special guest for you. We'll be right back.
I'm Nick Rafter, founder and owner of Nick Rafter Real Estate. If you've ever bought, sold, or rented a home in the New York area, you know how difficult a process that can be. But that's where I come in. With years of experience and knowledge of the New York rental and sales market, I can help you navigate the difficult process of renting, selling, or buying a home. Let me help you find the place to be here in New York, the best place to be.
Hello, and welcome back to Joanne's Healing Within. If you are just tuning in, remember to share, like, and comment. We just had a whole conversation about balance, bringing balance into your life in all areas of your life, and also recognizing the number for today is 4. So should you see that number anywhere in your travels, know that there's a message there, and that message could be any message that you're thinking of at that time. So I'm not going to give you a clue to what that actually just means, but just know the number 4 is all about stabilizing and balancing from within. So, I'd like to introduce our guest for today. We have Kathleen. Do you go by Kathleen or Kathy?
Kathy usually.
Kathy,
Yeah,
Kathy.
call me Kathy.
And let's also introduce our little friend here.
This is Hado Bear. Hado Bear is a child's guide to a positive life.
Yes, and he shares a lot of information.
He's kids love Hado Bear, and I love Hado Bear because he speaks through my heart, and
Yeah.
don't do that. And I got him many years ago, and as we talk today, I'll tell you exactly how Hado Bear came to be, how he got his name, and how he teaches children.
Excellent. So with that being said, let's dive into what is it that you actually do. You know, not your former work, so to speak,
Sure.
but your current work, what you actually
Sure.
do. Yes.
My current work is that I'm an interfaith minister, and I'm a staff minister at the Center for Spiritual Living, Long Island, in Hicksville, New York.
Oh, okay. So right around the block.
Yeah, right around
Yes.
the block. I've been there since 2001. I was ordained in 2013, but I've been teaching children there since 2002.
Nice.
When I got there, I found that they didn't have anything for children, and I wanted to teach children about consciousness, and that's what I started doing.
And how old are the children you teach for?
I'm sorry?
How old are the children?
The children were from 7 to 12 years of age.
Nice.
We don't have children now, and so we'd like to bring them back
Bring them
again.
back in, yes.
A lot of the children were playing soccer on Sunday mornings after a while, and that seemed to be more important than coming to church. But now Hado Bear is reaching thousands of children
yes.
with his book.
Yes. Now, in reference to what motivated you to make the change from your current job to what you're doing now? What motivated you?
Before I had a 30-year career in commercial real estate. It was a tremendous amount of stress. I really wasn't happy in it. And from the time I was probably, that I can remember, 4 years old, I always wanted to be a nurse.
Okay.
And when I was a teenager, I actually went and started working in a hospital as a nurse's aide. And it was okay. I emptied bedpans, everything that a nurse's aide will do. But I found that I was too sensitive. I would go home at night and I would worry about a patient or a child or whatever that I had been taking care of. And something just said to me, no, even though you've wanted to do this for all this time, this isn't for you. And so I went into many different things. I worked for the police department, I managed law firms, I did real estate. But I always was involved in healing. So I learned therapeutic touch, which is similar to Reiki. It's an energy-based modality. I'm certified in hypnosis.
Oh, nice.
I can do long-distance healing. I kind of pick up on people even though I'm not with them. And one day I found a book called You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay.
Yes, that's a very popular book.
Popular book.
Yes.
And she taught about consciousness, and I said, wow, this is fantastic. And what's so funny is that in the back of the book she says that she became a minister. Well, I ended up becoming a minister in the same teaching.
Oh.
And when I read her book, I said, I would like to be able to do something like her. I would like to take what I've known and bring it out to the masses rather than just in a church.
Of course.
And so that's basically what I'm doing with my Hado Bear.
Yes.
And I eventually found a church that taught what she taught. And one day, and I went...
Just for the viewers.
Yes.
Because you and I know what she taught, but the viewers may not. Just give a little detail about what Louise Hay taught.
Oh, sure. Louise Hay taught that our thoughts our words and our beliefs are reflected back to us in our life experience. And so it's very important to keep them very positive. And we can change a negative thought transform it into a more positive one by changing our thoughts about it, by changing our words. Many times I hear people, my mother used to say, I can't stand whatever, right? Well, she almost lost her leg.
Yes, because she used the word I can't stand.
I can't stand.
Yes.
The subconscious mind is the builder of the body.
Yes.
And there's two aspects of your mind. There's the conscious mind that is like an iceberg that you see above the waterline, but below the waterline, there's so much more, and that's your subconscious mind.
Yes.
And the subconscious mind holds everything that's ever been taught to you, everything you've ever thought, all of your experiences. So it's very powerful, and the subconscious mind is the builder, and it hears everything you say. So if you say, I can't stand continuously, not just once, if you have a thought that's prevalent and you focus on that thought all the time, you'll find that you'll start to attract exactly what you were thinking about.
Exactly.
So just like somebody is looking at a movie screen, if they want to change what's on the movie, if you shoot the movie screen, it's not going to change. But if you go back to the projector, that's what you have to do. And our minds are the projector.
Yes. Interesting, yes. And I'm glad you shared that because, like I said, you and I understand that whole concept. But not all the viewers really understand that concept. A lot of viewers don't even know that concept.
This.
You know, that our mind plays a huge, it's very powerful. You know, that we're not even though we may not even say it, if we're thinking it, we're already creating it.
Right.
You know, so we have to be really mindful of what our thoughts are, because the minute your thoughts start to go someplace, it's like you're putting that energy out there.
Right.
So it's very important.
And I always think about our minds as a computer program too, and we don't realize that if we open up our computer in the morning and let's say we write a letter in a Word document and we don't close the program, and then we open up our browser and we're on the internet, and then we open up Excel and we do something else, and then at night when we're going to turn the computer off, we say, oh, I have all these programs running
that we have to shut down.
And we have to shut down.
Yes.
And so we have the same thing with our minds. So as we grow up, there'll be different things that we're thinking. So let's say you thought that you weren't good enough when you were a child, or somebody told you, oh, you're a girl, you can't be a firefighter. Or I'm never going to learn this. I'm not smart enough. I'm not like the other kids.
Or I can't do this because
I can't. Exactly.
I can't.
So if we don't shut those programs down, later on when you're a grown-up, you already have some things you want to do, but they're not coming about because you don't realize those programs are still running in the background.
Yes.
And if you can realize that our thoughts are powerful and that your subconscious is powerful, if we change the thought, we can redirect. I don't like to use the word reprogram. I think it has a negative connotation.
Redirect is perfect.
You can redirect it to another path, and you can overcome an awful lot.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, from some of the work I do, and I'm sure you do it as well, you know, like getting a clearing session.
Yes.
You know, to clear that energy. You know, it's very powerful. You know, whereas if we've been working with all this predisposed information that we have, to clear it out to help redirect our energy is important.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, very important.
And the other thing that it was in Louise Hay's book that I kind of appropriated from her, or borrowed from her, and I have in my book.
We can always borrow Louise Hay's stuff.
I'm giving her full credit.
Yes.
Is that she has a section where she has you write out all of your negative thoughts, and then she has you next to that turn that thought around
to something positive.
Yes. And it's so powerful when you do that because it helps you to realize really what is in your mind at any specific time. And having the children do that is so powerful because they grow up much different if they learn when they're very little.
Sure. And I think too, parents don't realize that children are little sponges.
Yes.
So if you, as a parent, if you're going to walk around saying, I can't do this, or or for for women out there who are constantly saying their thighs are too big or they're too fat,
Yes.
their little girls are hearing this, and even little boys for that matter.
Right.
Are
Oh,
hearing
yeah.
this,
Oh,
and
yeah.
and they're mimicking what their parents are saying. So, because they're mimicking it, they may not even understand why they're saying it, but they are. And then because they're carrying this information, this dialogue in their head, then this is what shows up in their life.
Right.
So it's really about becoming more mindful of what we say in front of our children.
Yes.
So they're not picking up all that negative stuff.
Right. I actually have a program that I do for parents. It's called Be the Rocket Fuel for Your Child's Success. And it's helping parents to incorporate this into the whole family life. Because if a child just learns this and they're hearing all these other things at home,
Yes.
it's not going to be great.
Exactly.
So, and we also go to schools and do this too and help them.
It's similar to like where you have children who are learning how to eat healthier in school, but they go home and their parents are still not
Right. The soda and everything
they're
else
not
that
providing the right choices.
Exactly.
So what they're learning in school and what their parents are giving don't match. So that's why it's so important for parents to take a part of that as well.
Right.
So parents can make those changes as well
Right.
with the children. So yes. So in reference to writing your book, what motivated you to write your book?
I've always wanted to write a children's book. And I realized that all of the things that we were teaching the children at the Center for Spiritual Living, I wanted to get out to more kids, just like Louise Hay did. So I actually went to California many years ago because I read a book called The Hidden Messages in Water by Dr. Masaru Emoto. And Dr. Masaru Emoto was a researcher and scientist. He passed away a few years ago. And he believed in this, that our thoughts, our words, and our beliefs are reflected back to us in our life experience.
Yes.
But he also believed that water reflects it.
Oh.
And since we're made of mostly
Yes.
water, he realized how much our thoughts and words affect us and affect our bodies.
Sure.
So he set out to prove this to the scientific community, which didn't really believe in this. And he lived in Japan, and he took, I'd like to show you actually some of his experiments. I don't know if you can see this, but he took 2 vials of water. He wrote on them in Japanese, of course. I've translated them down here. This one says "you fool," and this one says "thank you."
What
So
we'll do is we'll probably save the rest because we're going to take a commercial break.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You want to just complete
Yeah,
that sentence?
I'll finish this one.
Yes.
So he let that stay there for overnight. The next day he took a droplet of water out of each one of the vials. He froze the droplet of water, and with a high-powered microscope, he looked to see what happened to it.
Is that what happened to
This is what happened with "you fool," something really ugly looking, right? So our words mean something.
Yes, and that's what happens when we say
This is
thank
what
you.
happened when you say thank
How
you.
beautiful.
Something beautiful. So what do you want to have happen in your body, in your life?
Yes. The
You
whole
fool?
blog.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. So with that being said, before we go to commercial break, just let the viewers know how they can reach you.
Sure. You can reach me at Kathy@hadobear.com. That's KATHY @HADOBEAR.com. And you can also reach me on my cell at 917-940-3306.
All right. With that being said, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Hado Bear, A Child's Guide to a Positive Life. Kathy, the author of my book, Hado Bear's Secret, and I will be guests on Joanne Angel Barry Cologne's Healing Within on Sunday, August 25th. Hado Bear's Secret teaches children we're all made to be different and we're all perfect just the way we are. We'll be giving tips to help children and families better respond to life's challenges, so tune in with the entire family to learn about your superpower. See you soon.
Those dark nights of the soul, they suck. But anyway, we come out of them, and I'm going to share with you what mine look like and the tools I use to stay grounded, centered, and really present no matter what's going on around me. Don't forget to tune in, Strong Island TV with Joanne Angel Barry Cologne's show.
Hi there, my name is Sherry Simpson. I am a transformational life coach. I healed an autoimmune disease of the thyroid called Graves' disease, and I like to help people heal themselves now. I did this completely naturally using many methods, and I believe connecting into my spirituality really had a huge impact for me. So I like to help people get to the root cause of issues, and I do that by allowing you to tap into your higher self and by asking your subconscious and your higher self questions about what it is that you need to do to heal. So I look forward to connecting with you soon. Namaste.
Hello and welcome back to Joanne's Healing Within. If you're just tuning in, remember to share, like, and comment on today's show. And we're going to dive right back into our conversation with Kathy and Hado Bear. So, how did Hado Bear come about?
So this is actually love and gratitude.
Oh.
And it was Dr. Emoto's favorite crystal, and it was mine. And when I saw this, and I love jewelry, I said, I'd love to have a ring like this.
Do you have a ring like that?
Not yet.
Oh, okay, it's coming.
It's coming. And I have a friend who's a jewelry designer. So I called her. To make a very long story short, within 2 weeks, she had a whole line of jewelry designed.
Awesome.
And we found out Dr. Emoto was going to be in California. We didn't know if we could see him, but we made reservations to go and see him. I made a phone call to a number I found. It happened that his son answered the phone.
Nice.
And he set up a whole meeting for us in California.
Awesome.
And although we couldn't come to terms on business to make the jewelry, although they loved everything we did, in the gift shop of the hotel, walking by that with my friend, and all of a sudden she's pointing to the gift shop and she said, Kathy, that has to be your bear. And Hado Bear is sitting on a table in the doorway. And so the child that I am went in, and $125 later, in a very big box on the plane, I brought him home.
Ah.
And when I decided that I wanted to finally write the book, and I wrote a lot of things in my iPad on what I wanted to say, a friend of mine came over, and I had a little stuffed dog that I could kind of make talk with, an app that I have. And he said, you know, kids love bears.
Yes,
I
they
said,
do.
Oh, do I got a bear for you? Ran upstairs and got Hado Bear. We said, that's it.
Yes.
That is the subject of your book.
Yes.
And so Hado actually means the vibrational pattern of life energy that we're all made out of. It's a Japanese word, and you can find out about that in Dr. Emoto's book. And that's why I named him Hado Bear, because we were there to meet Dr. Emoto.
Nice.
But I also started to study with Dr. Emoto, and I became one of his certified instructors.
Oh.
So I have all of his presentation materials, and I've done classes in what he teaches.
And what
which
is
basically
I was going to say, what exactly is
exactly
his teach?
what I teach
Oh,
is that
okay.
our thoughts, our words, and our beliefs are reflected back to us in our life
yes,
experience.
yes.
And he actually wrote a book too for children that he gave away. He talked at the United Nations. He gave thousands of these little books away to show the kids
Oh, nice, nice.
how this
You
happens.
do have your book here, yes.
Yes, I
Yes,
do. I'm
just
gonna
to
show it to you.
yeah, just to
So
show the viewers. Yes.
This is Hado Bear's secret. And so he has a secret that he's afraid to tell anybody, and he's in a gift shop. It kind of starts out as a true story, and the names are changed to protect the innocent.
Of course.
But he basically is sitting there, and nobody's buying him. And he starts to think, what's wrong with me?
Oh.
Maybe I'm the wrong color. Maybe I'm too big. Maybe I should be a dog or a cat. And how many of us have thought things like that,
Of course,
right?
yeah.
Especially children, that we're not good enough, that maybe we need to be different.
Yeah, yes.
And he's really, really sad until someone comes along, which is me, and sees him and says, wow, he's adorable. And he finally starts to think, you know, maybe I'm okay. And in the book, I'm Donna, and Donna buys him and brings him home for her niece, Janine. And Janine is going through the same thing.
Interesting.
She's thinking that in her new school, nobody likes her. And Hado Bear is next to her in bed, and finally, he tells her his secret because he could talk. And she's crying, and he wants to know what's wrong with her. And they finally found out that they need to go talk to Aunt Donna about this feeling that they're not good enough. And she explains to them that we're all made to be different, and that we're all perfect just the way we are.
Beautiful.
And she explains to them about our thoughts and our words. And she teaches Janine that if you're kind and you help your classmates and you're kind to them, they'll start to be kind to you. And so they go ahead and they see a little boy at the schoolyard, and he's sad, and they're good to him and kind to him. And in the end, they have a great day at school.
Nice.
But it's a teaching book in that in the back of the book, there's questions that the parents can go over everything what the child learned in the book, and start a discussion about it. And then there's also 10 negative statements, and the children can pick out the positive statements that turn around the negative statements.
Nice.
So it's also a teaching book.
Excellent. And how can the viewers get your book, audiobook?
This is actually on Amazon and Barnes and Noble.
Okay.
We have a website, hadobear.com, HADOBEAR.com. There's a link there. There's also a link to get a gift from Hado Bear, which explains one of the experiments that Dr. Emoto did.
Nice.
So you can take that, and then we also have videos on YouTube, and Hado Bear is talking to everybody, and he talks about thoughts and words. We also have a nonprofit organization called Source of Guidance, and that organization helps children in hospitals, children that are sick or going through crisis. And we have Hado Bear's videos that help them to relax before they have chemo or anything like that.
Oh.
And it shows them that they can also help to heal themselves by changing their thoughts.
And these are children.
These
healing
are
themselves.
children.
Nice.
So what we've been doing is on Facebook, there's a lot of people that put Facebook pages up for children that have cancer.
Yes.
So what we've been doing lately is we've been sending those children a book. We have a little stuffed bear that looks like Hado
Yes,
Bear.
I've seen, yes.
And we also send them a video, a special
How
video
sweet.
from Hado Bear. We've given 100 books and 50 bears to Ronald McDonald House.
Nice.
We've done some things at Cohen Children's Hospital in New Hyde Park.
Nice.
So he's doing a lot of
He's
good
doing,
work for
yeah,
kids.
he's doing very good work. Yes, yes. Now you have special programs that you
Yes.
offer at schools, libraries, and the YMCA. Tell us about those programs.
Sure. And it's called The Superpower of Your Thoughts. And last year I read my book to 800 children
Wow.
at my former grammar school.
That's a lot of children.
We did
All at one time, or
2 sessions
Okay,
of 400
okay.
kids each.
Uh-huh.
And then when I was finished, they said, can you go to the preschools? They had 3 preschools. So I did that. And even the little ones that were 4 years old understood the book.
nice.
And I kind of paraphrased things for them rather than reading the whole thing.
Of course.
Because we talk about energy in there too. So
Yes.
the children get a better understanding of life energy.
And if you don't mind, for the viewers,
Sure.
just for the ones who might be watching with the little ones, speak about energy so they can understand it.
Sure. So energy is really, it's a movement, and that's what we're talking about with Hado. Hado is the vibrational pattern of life energy, and it's a vibration, and your vibrations move. So every cell in our body is not standing still. Everything is vibrating,
Yes,
right?
yes.
And so we all vibrate at a different level.
Sure.
So we talk about this with the children.
Nice.
And that with their thoughts, they can actually change their vibration. They can change how they're seeing the world and how they're presenting themselves to the world also. Yeah.
Nice.
And we explain to them that energy is what makes our heart beat, right? What our breathing, or how our lungs work.
Sure.
So that way they kind of understand.
Sure. Excellent. Excellent. Now, from what I understand, you have some special bonus offers. that you'd
Yes,
like to
absolutely.
talk about?
So what I'd like to do is if you would email me at kathy@hadobear.com, I will send everyone a four pages of a coloring book, which actually summarizes what happens in the book.
Oh, nice.
And so that's free for everyone.
Okay.
And then I also have another little program that I can do for you. The first 3 people that email me at kathy@hadobear.com, I would give a free 30-minute session to help you incorporate these tools into your family life. Or if you don't have a family that you're working with, even into your individual life.
Nice.
There's many ways of doing that, and I'd be happy to help you.
Very nice, kind offer. Thank you for that. Thank you. Our
You're
viewers
welcome.
are quite happy about that. Yes.
Great, thank you.
And again, just let the viewers know how they can reach you.
Sure. Again, Kathy, Kathy, at hadobear.com. You can also find our not-for-profit at sourceofguidance.org, and also my cell at 917-940-3306.
Okay, and before we go to commercial break, what is your greatest wish for Hado?
My greatest wish for Hado Bear is that he can get to millions of children and to really make a difference in this world, so that children grow up with confidence, grow up with empathy and compassion and kindness, and that is something that can change the world.
Yes.
And I know he can do that.
Oh, I know he can do. He's already reaching a whole handful of people today. So yes. All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, I'm going to be giving Kathy a reading. So we'll be right back.
Love it.
Experience Feng Shui interior design for your home or office. Good Chi Feng Shui LLC can transform your home or workspace, no matter how large or small, into a harmonious, rejuvenated environment. Good Chi Feng Shui LLC. Call or email to schedule an appointment for a consultation today.
I'm Nick Rafter, founder and owner of Nick Rafter Real Estate. If you've ever bought, sold, or rented a home in the New York area, you know how difficult a process that can be. But that's where I come in. With years of experience and knowledge of the New York rental and sales market, I can help you navigate the difficult process of renting, selling, or buying a home. Let me help you find the place to be. Here in New York, the best place to be.
Hello, and welcome back to Joanne's Healing Within. If you're just tuning in, remember to share, like, and comment today's show. And we have just had a whole lot of information going on with our Hado Bear, so you may have to go back and watch on a replay to catch all the information. However, we're going to be going into a reading, the Chakra Balance Numerology Cosmic Energy Forecast deck. Kathy is going to shuffle up the cards, and as she shuffles, she's going to be transparent, and she's going to ask a question out loud of something she may want clarity on, or whatever it might be. Maybe she needs to know which chakra she wants to focus in on today, or what number is following her. So what question do you have in mind?
Can I ask something for him?
Of course.
Okay, all right.
What does Hado Bear need to know?
What does Hado Bear need to know?
Okay, you're going to shuffle and pull one
Okay.
card out for me. And let's see what does Hado Bear need to know.
Okay, I'm going to pick a card.
Pick a card energetically, and then you're going to hand it to me.
There you go.
Okay. Oh, we love the card that Hado Bear needs to know. All right, so far today's cards are all upright, which is awesome, because most of the time all our cards are upside down, which means the message is really, really important. So the message we have here is focus.
Ah, okay.
So I think the message is not so much that Hado Bear needs to know, but I think Hado Bear's message for children is to get them to really focus on what their journeys are. You know, and I always believe that you're not too young to think about what your journey is. You know, I believe that children can really start thinking about what their journey is as soon as they're able to be in school.
Right.
You know, 6, 7 years old. What is it they want to be? What is their desire? You know, and it doesn't necessarily have to be, you know, the everyday fireman or doctor or teacher. It can go even deeper, you know, and to get them to be able to focus in on who they really are. So I think that's the message for Hado Bear. Now, in reference to the actual chakra, which I think Hado Bear is doing this already, is the third eye.
Yeah,
You know,
definitely.
where he's really tapping into his third eye, and also perhaps even teaching the children how to tap into their third eye. And I would say with children specifically, they have such amazing imaginations that
Yes.
children don't even realize that they're actually utilizing their third eye every day based on their imaginations. Like I know for myself and any other person I've ever come in contact with, and I'm sure yourself too, as a child, we all had that imaginary friend where I've come to learn, because I know for me, when I was a child, I used to play school. And my mother would be up in the kitchen, and she'd open the basement door and say to me, Joanne, who are you talking to, and why are you yelling at them? I'm like, I'm speaking to my students, and they're not listening. They're being very loud, so I have to get their attention. And you know, I always just said it was my imaginary friends. But now, based on the work that I do today, I sit back and I say to myself, maybe it wasn't imaginary friends. Maybe I was actually literally seeing
Absolutely.
spirit, and that's why I was able to really like communicate with them. So as children, when they do sit there, like I remember kids, you know, oh, save the chair here, it's my friend sitting there, so you can't sit here. My imaginary friend. And I truly believe it's not their imaginary friend. I think they really see
Oh, I believe that too.
a person.
Yeah.
And whomever that person is, so they're really utilizing their third eye. And along with utilizing the third eye can be utilized to create our futures. So I think for Hado Bears, his message going forward with all the little kids is to get them to really visualize what they want to be. Where do they see themselves? You know, if they're 7, where do they see themselves in a year from now, or when they're 10? Where do they want to see themselves as? Draw a picture of themselves as what they look like.
And they can use it to heal. I tell children to use your imagination. See yourself already well.
Yes.
See yourself doing all the things that you want to do.
Yes.
Because that's happening right now.
Exactly.
And the more you do that, your body will hear that and
Exactly.
start setting it up for you.
Exactly,
And
exactly.
adults can do that too.
Oh, yes. And when we think about that word focus, I mean, again, if you're going to focus in on the pain that you're experiencing, and I mean, and I say this to my clients every day. I says, if you're waking up in the morning and the first thing you're thinking about is your arthritis, then yes, your arthritis is
Saying
gonna.
your arthritis,
Yes.
you're owning it.
Yes, you know, it's going to flare up, and it's going to cause you pain because that's what your focus is on. But if you can focus in on, like I said to one of my clients recently, I said, focus on the fact that you can walk, that you're actually walking. Whether you have arthritis or not is immaterial. The fact that you're able to get up and move, perhaps put your focus on, I am walking. I am walking easily.
Right.
You know, and changing, as you've said, changing the thought process, because I do think that's important, because what we focus in on is what we receive. It's just that simple. And we do. Our minds are so powerful. If we only really realized how powerful it really was, I think a lot of us would just stop talking.
if we could see, what I used to teach the children is we would take clay and we would have them make clay into a thought. And if you could see that every focused thought you have,
Yes.
prevalent thought turned into a thing,
Yes.
you wouldn't be thinking that.
Exactly. You
anymore.
would sit back and want to rephrase what it is you're thinking, because it is. What we think, we create. It's in our reality. We are the creator to our experience, and bad or good experiences, whatever they might be. So for Hado, his number today, which we spoke just about a little while ago, is 13. So that one energy is about all the new beginnings he's implementing into the children's lives, and how he's teaching the children how to communicate differently. So lovely number. And then that 4 energy, which is what we were talking about before, in reference to stabilization and balancing ourselves, balancing our thoughts, getting in that habit of understanding that, yes, this thought that I'm having right now, do I want to create that thought? And you have that minute. I mean, I truly believe the universe is kind, where the universe is not going to create everything that quickly for us. So you do have that minute to say, okay, the thought I'm thinking right now, do I want to create this? Right. And if you don't, one of the messages that I always say is use the word delete, 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 or erase, erase, erase.
Choice to change it.
Or change it. If you don't want to create that thought that you are thinking right then and there, change it. And then once you change it, then think about what you want to create.
Yes.
It's that simple.
Absolutely.
So it's really being mindful and finding that balance and stabilizing. So that's the message here for Hado, is to continue doing what he's doing in reference to that new message out there, reaching as many people as he can reach, opening up those doors, and just getting the word out there to get children and even adults to really transform the way they think. So whatever they're thinking, they can create a better experience for themselves.
Yeah, if you look at the reviews on Amazon, a lot of people say this book isn't only for children. They're learning a lot about it themselves.
Exactly,
the parents. Yeah.
exactly. And then just using our third eye to really create what it is we truly want. So that's awesome. I love the message for Hado.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for doing that.
Thank you, thank you. And usually in this time, I also like to share something that we can give the viewers to take home, a tip of some sort. Okay, and I always ask the guests to offer a tip, and I also offer one. So for the viewers, what would that tip be for them today that they can take home, apply right away?
Sure. One of the things you just said, I address when I do baptisms. And I always have the parents say a vow to the children. And the vow that I have them say is that they allow that child to be whoever they're meant to be in this life.
Nice.
And I think even if we didn't have that when we were children, we can reparent ourselves and say that to ourselves. So whether you're a parent or not, or whether it's just yourself, you can allow yourself to be who you are and who you want to be.
That's all. That's powerful.
It's possible.
Yeah, it's powerful. Very powerful. Yes, yes. And one of the tips and take-homes that I like to offer, which I've actually just encouraged one of my clients to do this past week, is every morning when you get up, to start out with gratitude. Write down anywhere between 5 to 10 things on paper. Don't just say it out loud, because writing is very powerful, that you write down 10 things you are grateful for. And if you're not able to actually write 10, start with 5. And if you're really in a really low energy place, start with 1. One grateful thing every morning before you put your feet down on the floor. Have a pen and paper at your bedside and write it down. And I guarantee you, each and every day, you'll be able to write more and more grateful things that you are truly grateful for. Because the more we are in gratitude, the more we start to feel better. The more we start to feel better, the more we start to attract the things in our lives that are higher energy, higher frequency energy for us, that we raise at a higher vibration. Whereas when we're focusing on our low energy, we're going to attract low vibrations. So it's really, our minds are so powerful, and gratitude goes a really, really long way. And then another little tip to do as well, as I've suggested to many of my clients, at the end of your day, I like you to take 10 minutes and write out what took place in your day, what took place, and see as what you write, are you focusing in on all great things that took place in your day, or are you focusing on all the low energy that you took place in your day? And if hypothetically, after you finish writing and you've noticed that everything you focused in on was really low energy, I'd like you then to rewrite what you wrote, and I want you to write it the way you had wanted it to be, as opposed to what you focused on. So if your whole day was just focused in on all the things that didn't go right for you, I'd now like you to rewrite it based on all of it going right for you. And it's not a matter of writing it based on pretending. I want you just to get into that habit of writing at the end of your day how your day went and see where your thoughts are. Do you really focus in on all the powerful gratitude, or are you really focusing in on all the low energy? And the more frequently you do this on a regular basis, you will start to see that shift within your thought process, and you will start to really see all the gratitude, and you'll start writing less of all the things that didn't go right for you for the day. So it's a powerful tool to start using, and it definitely makes a difference in your evening, because when you do go to that place of writing gratitude on your entire day, it helps you have a better night's sleep. So that's helpful. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to have just the ending of the show. So we'll be right back.
Experience Feng Shui interior design for your home or office. Good Chi Feng Shui LLC can transform your home or workspace, no matter how large or small, into a harmonious, rejuvenated environment. Good Chi Feng Shui LLC. Call or email to schedule an appointment for a consultation today.
Hi, I'm Hado Bear, A Child's Guide to a Positive Life. Kathy, the author of my book, Hado Bear's Secret, and I will be guests on Joanne Angel Barry Cologne's Healing Within on Sunday, August 25th. Hado Bear's Secret teaches children we're all made to be different and we're all perfect just the way we are. We'll be giving tips to help children and families better respond to life's challenges, so tune in with the entire family to learn about your superpower. See you soon.
Hello and welcome back to Joanne's Healing Within. We are in our final moments of today's show, and before we come to an end, Kathy is going to be signing her book for me because she just told me she's giving me one. So I'm very excited to receive a Hado Bear's Secret book, which I will get to share with my folks.
So Hado Bear's paw is too big to put on here, so he had a stamp put on here. So
how cute.
He signed it also.
He signed it too, yes, of course. But of course he did.
ANNE, right?
Yes. Perfect. And as she's signing the book, I'm just going to go ahead and just remind you that I'm offering a Psychic Healers and Wellness Fair on September 21st for those of you who are interested in coming down and taking advantage of all the different healers, psychics, and wellness advocates that we have coming in. That is on September 21st. Feel free to reach out to me at 646-236-9155. Bobby, I think there's a flyer on that if you have, and if you don't, no biggie. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
And here's my book. Awesome. I'm looking forward to going home to read it. Oh, there we go. Awesome. Awesome. There's the flyer. Perfect. Perfect. Thank you so much, Bobby, for that. Awesome. And just one more time, Kathy, just one number, just give to the viewers.
Sure, 917-940-3306. We always loved going to schools. It's an interactive program, and libraries, children's organizations, and parents' organizations.
Awesome,
Thank you.
Awesome. And for any of you who are interested in sitting in the seat with me and sharing your healing modality and your journey, I'm always accepting guest applications. And if you are someone looking to start your healing journey, feel free to send your bio and story to healingwithin76@gmail.com. I'm always looking for guests, so feel free to send those stories to me. And anyone who's interested in receiving a one-on-one chakra balance, numerology, cosmic energy forecast reading, feel free to reach out to me. Send me a text at 646-236-9155. And in with that text, just include your name and specify if you want a 30 or 60-minute reading, and I will send you information based on those readings and set up an appointment with you. Should you be in the Queens area, you're welcome to to stop by Holistic Fitness, located at 192-23 Station Road, Auburndale 11358. Although I always ask, just for the courtesy, to call me first because I love to sit with you and have the time to sit with you. Whereas if you just show up, I may be with a client and I may not have the time to sit. So again, just reach out to me, same number, 646-236-9155, and take advantage of any of the services I do offer, from personal training to readings to holistic nutrition coaching, yoga classes, and so much more. So I look forward to connecting with you next week. And we had a blast today. And again, Kathy and Hado, thank you so much for being here. We enjoyed you.
Thank you so much for
Yes.
having us. We had a great time.
Thank you. And I look forward to connecting with each and every one of you next week. Have a blessed day. Namaste.